Greetings everyone and welcome back to yet again another video in the Phone Archive, a series in which I look at weird, strange, stupid and obscure phones from all over the globe for your entertainment. And today is part 5 in my iPhone clone month series that I decided to start about a week ago, and we are looking at an iPhone 2G clone with something very, very special installed. Presenting this one right here. Now you're looking at it going, I see something. What do you see? Some sort of fingerprint scanner, you would say. Well, that's because you would be right. This iPhone 2G clone has a built-in fingerprint scanner, something that Apple wouldn't do until 2013. Do you want to know when this device was manufactured? 2007. So this device was bought about 2.5 years ago, roughly, from my local flea market, and I paid $5 for it. And I brought it home with me, and at that point in time I was starting to do my YouTube videos, and I actually done a somewhat full review on this. So if you want to see a snippet, I'll splice it in for you here. Why not? The original iPhone 2G, that's why they have all these mixed features and weirdo functions on them. Unlike the 3GS where they will sort of just down pat the same thing, this is just completely different. And that was in 2017. So yeah, 2.5 years ago, I've held on to this. Now as we start to have a look around this device, you'll notice something. This has been heavily used. Someone was using this as their daily driver. Well, I'm led to believe anyways. But at the front here, it certainly doesn't look like an iPhone 2G. Instead it looks like the second clone I had a look at in this series, the one with all the LEDs around it, with the buttons here. It's very similar to this one, except it's just a little bit thicker. But at the top is a little LED notification just up there, the earpiece, and of course, iPhone just printed there, but it's in the wrong font, but they were close enough. Is that an upside down D? Yeah, I think they've just chucked an upside down D on there. The laptop just fell on my foot. We have our 3-inch touchscreen just here with the shortcut buttons that you've seen on the Barbie phone, which is the home, messages, phone book, phone and music. We have 2 option buttons as well as call and call end. And yes, this is a fingerprint scanner. Spoilers, it does actually work. I will demonstrate, don't worry. Around the device though, there's our volume buttons just there, as well as a door for the micro SD card to go in. This door is actually broken, so if I touch it, it'll fall off, so I'll just leave it there. But around the edge of the device is all the paint missing. You'll see it most notably on that side there. Yeah, that's what I mean. Someone actually probably uses this as their daily driver, most likely. Just there we have our camera button. Up the top we have nothing, pretty plain, no lock button or anything like that. But at the bottom, you would expect to see our 12-pin proprietary port. No. We have the actual Apple 30-pin dock connector right there. And yes, it does work with proper Apple 30-pin cables, because I've used it to transfer data from this to my computer, and it does work. Which is very interesting, because you'd think it'd be the 12-pin port, but it's not. It's the actual legit one. So this is closer to any iPhone 2G clone that I've looked at so far. There's a hole for the stylus, which is missing, and on the back is where things get really interesting. It's got the 2G scheme going on. Black's supposed to be there, silver at the top. That's okay. We've got 2 speaker grills just there. We've got the Apple logo smack bang right there with the camera smack bang in the center, and it has a cracked camera lens just there. But it does say 1.3 megapixels, and originally when I done the camera test, I done it with this on, and it looked absolutely terrible, so I had to redo it and take all that off. So I've pieced all the glass back there as best as I can. I think it looks good. But at the bottom here it says fingerprint security, 3D game, MPEG-4, MP3, iPhone, Apple logo. That Apple logo looks a little bit screw-whiff. They kind of just, yeah, that's okay, that's alright, it's all good. But you've got a little icon for fingerprint, MP3, 3D, and music, obviously, or media. That'll do. And that's basically it around this plastic fantastic device. There's nothing else going on. There's no metal, no aluminium, no nothing. It's just all plastic. It is fairly light as to be expected. But underneath the battery cover lays something horrific. Really horrific. Blue tack and double-sided tape. Why? Because the battery that originally came with this is slightly swollen. It's this side here that's swelling up, and this side, if you kind of see it just there, yeah. So it is a 1800 mAh battery, manufactured in 2007. In September, the iPhone 2G was released on June 29th, 2007. So this is probably one of the earliest clones I actually have for the iPhone 2G. Maybe explosive if put into fire with an exclamation mark. Do not attempt to disassemble the battery. Actually, it says baddie just there. Okay. Do not short circuit battery. Used with specified accessories only. Made by iPod. Do you remember the other one that was made by iPod? Yeah, same company, I think. Probably not. And then on the other side is half of an iPod scroll wheel, click wheel. Just there. Kind of looks like a bit of a Nokia battery, but it just reminds me of the scroll wheel just here. I think it's a Nokia battery ripoff, to be fairly honest. It's got the same contacts as some of the other iPhone clones that I've had a look at. However, this one's just a little bit bigger in size, so I compromised. I looked through my batteries and went, Nokia batteries usually fit anything. This wasn't the case. In this case, I have used a Sony Ericsson battery. It works, it's fine, it's just a BST33. I've put the double-sided tape to hold it in place and the blue tack to hold it in place. It works, don't worry. But we've got 2 SIM slots just there. Both of them are 2G, so I won't be able to use them. This is made by the iPod Corporation. The type is GSM and GPRS. The model is an A380, which I think is the first time we're ever seeing that. I think we'll see it again, but I'm not too sure. Only one IMEI, despite there being 2 SIM slots, and made by iPod. Once again, hey guys, do you know that company that makes MacBooks and all that sort of thing? Yeah, it's iPod. Oh yeah, that's the one. So yeah, same guys. Same guys. The manufacturing date just up there, which does say December 2007. That's a bit strange. Oh, there you go. And there's a little holographic sticker in there for no particular reason. And some writing as well. 26th of the 3rd or something. Maybe a repair was done to it, I'm not too sure. But I believe I've taken this apart. I can't remember doing it, but there's a screw missing, so I must have done. Okay, and there we go. It's all back in, so it's all good. Now we put our back cover back on, which should just fit. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and try the iPhone 2G clone with the fingerprint scanner. iPhone. Wait for it. What a wonderful startup tone. Feels good every single time I hear it. Now, as you can see, because I don't have a SIM card in, it basically just shows that on the lock screen. Insert SIM on slot 1. So you just have to unlock it and then go to Option, and we're in the main menu. So we have our audio player, video recorder, camera, ebook reader, image viewer, games, photo viewer, melody compose, and Bluetooth. Now you think you'd scroll across, no, you just press this and it goes to the next one. So you press that one for home. This one is also home. This one is our tools and stuff, which we have unit currency, calculator, well, I can't really tell what's going on there. Health, calendar, to-do, alarm, world clock, stopwatch, image, something, and sound recorder. So then we come to tools and we have settings, user profiles, I'd say, file manager, fingerprint, and SIM card. Actually, let's start with settings here. So SIM card, switch to SIM card, we'll just leave that, that's okay. User profiles, should I get the ringtones out of the way? Oh, go on, let's get them done. And you guys can tell me what these are off. Sounded like the Halloween theme for a minute. Oh God. I'll lay it down to shut it up. That reminded me of the Office theme for some reason. That's birds go. Don't know what that is. Oh, my ears are ringing from that. This sounds impressive for a MIDI tone, I gotta say. Until it kicks in. Oh, yep, Hal. File not exist. Does that exist? No? Okay. Okay, well that's done. They're shit. And they're most likely from Nokia's, as most of you guys have said. The power on, power off, message tone, keyboard tone. I think we'll just leave it for now. So I've got the horrible ringtones out of the way. Okay, file manager, let's have a look. It just shows our memory card, doesn't show internal storage. But I'd probably say, once again, 32 megabytes, most likely. Alright, so we'll go into settings, and then we'll come back to fingerprint, because I think that's the most important feature on this device. So pen calibrate, oh no. And I've pressed the button with the stylus again. No, I need to get out of this. Okay, good, got it. Okay, phone setup, dial vibrator. We'll just activate that, because why not? Preferred input method, that's fine. Flight mode, handwriting, miscellaneous settings, let's have a look at that. LCD backlight, nothing special. What is with this wallpaper? Hopefully I can change the wallpaper somewhere. Should be able to. Security setup, phone, auto keypad lock, firewall. Ooh. Security, man. Oh, that's a light sensor. I thought it was a notification LED. Light sensor. Deactivate. Nah, we'll just activate it. Sure, why not? There we go. Restore factory settings, nah, and sound effect. Bass. We'll leave it as bass. So I know you all want to see fingerprint. Here it is. So we open it up, we get enroll. So we've got 3 options in here. They're all unused at the moment, so let's go ahead and enroll a finger. So we'll come to here. So enroll it like this. Do it again. There we go. Detected it. Okay. And we'll do it again. Okay. So now that that's activated, now I've activated the unlock for the keypad. I wonder if anyone noticed before I went to enroll my fingerprint. Secret mode. So now if we just wait for it to lock, I've tried to lock it several ways by pressing the key combos, but it doesn't work. It just dials the emergency number, which is not what I want. So we'll just wait for it to lock. There we go. Okay, so now we just verify our fingerprint. Let me do this. Okay, it's a little iffy. It's not the best, but it works. Alright, there we go. Done. It works. For 2007, there's your fingerprint working. So, alright. I know you're probably going to be like, okay, that's probably a fake one that's in there. Let's settle those comments that say it's a fake one. I'll use another finger, and we'll try and unlock it. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to use my middle finger. Sorry, I'm giving you the bird. Whoops. There we go. Try it again. Alright, we'll go back to the original one. There we go. Now I had to do a bunch of edits there because half the time it doesn't really work properly because it's a very primitive fingerprint scanner. Okay, I had a bit of an issue there because I couldn't unlock it. I've just realized that I actually need to disable it because it doesn't use any other method to unlock the device. So I'll have to turn it off, which means I have to do this again. Oh god. Alright, it's all good now. But as I said, it's a bit finicky, but it works. Alright, coming into tools, what have we got? Unit converter, weight, and length. I mean, I guess that's kind of useful. Kilometre to mile. That's always something that I can't work out, kilometres to miles, because we use kilometres in Australia and everywhere else it's miles, so... calculator. Doesn't look like a 2G clone. Currency. Okay, same as usual. Health. Okay. Caters to both men and women. Fair enough. Go on. Last men's date? What? Okay, yes. If anyone asks you a question, what does your iPhone 2G clone do? The answer is yes. Calendar. Oh, no, not really. Not really. To do. Is there anything on here? No, there's not. But can I do the note and show you the handwriting? There's the handwriting on this. French. So it's in the French layout. So this could be a clone from France. Alarm, does that look? No, it looks the same as the previous ones. Ward clock. Melbourne, getting close. Stopwatch, typical stopwatch. Split timing, is it cat? No, it's different, but it's the same layout though. And then we'll try the other one, N-way stopwatch. Okay, never seen that one before, but alrighty. Image, draw picture. Oh, let's draw a picture. Oh, okay. Okay, canvas. Alright, here we go. That didn't work. Please, can we draw something? Anything. What the hell? Oh. I don't count this as a picture, I'm just basically colouring in a box. I drew a sprite if that helps. So you can draw pictures in a box that's like 32 pixels by 32 pixels, and you can make sprites. I guess that's fun. Sound recorder, and we may as well just record a new one, why not? Okay, testing. Hi. Cool. Just add a little mic there and that's about it. So as for the name, we'll just leave it as is. We'll just save that. And then we'll blow our eardrums out playing this. Which one was it? I can't remember.
Okay, testing. Hi. Cool.
Okay, it works. Okay, so now we come to the multimedia section, which is pretty much everything we want. So we'll have a look at audio player and do our speaker test. And of course we're going to be using BFG 10,000 from the Doom Eternal OST, and a lot of people ask me why I use the Doom soundtracks for the soundtrack test. Because Mick Gordon's music that he makes is very different from a lot of the other sounds that you hear. There's a lot of synths, there's a lot of guitars, a lot of bass and stuff like that. There's a very broad range of instruments, and I think that's a good test on cheapy speakers to see what they're capable of doing. So that's pretty much my answer to it. Otherwise, I can play no copyright sounds, that's not a problem, but my personal preference is just play the Doom soundtrack. Alright, let's go ahead and bump this thing up. That's loud. It is a loud device, holy moly. And we got to 105.6. Let's try the next song. And this one has a lot of bass, so we'll be able to see how these two speakers can handle it. Here we go. .1. I think that's a radio station as well. Could be. The speakers, a little bit muffled at high volumes, but they're pretty good. Honestly, for 2007, playing that on the back of a bus would have been sick. Just before we go any further, I just wanted to show you what happens if we plug a 30-pin dock connector into the device. So if we do that, comes up with USB charger connected, mass storage, webcam, and COM port. Obviously, we select mass storage, and it kicks in, and it's done. And I can access my memory card on my computer, it's just come up. But you can use this as a webcam if you wanted to. What if I was to do that on Windows 10? Because I can do this. So I've just done webcam, and it's come up on my computer as MediaTek MT6227. Well, it doesn't seem to work on Windows 10. And COM port would probably be for diagnostics and stuff like that. Maybe loading custom firmware onto this thing, if you could even get it. Video player, let's have a look at video player. So these are the movies that I've taken on here. I think 3A is the recent one. The video looks much better on this unit, I gotta say. And then we've got video and camera. So camera I'll open up, and it looks exactly the same as we all expected. Now, I've got the camera glass already on there, but as I said, when I took the pictures for the first time, I left it on there and it looked iffy, and then the second time I took all of this off and now I've put it back on. But as you can see, it's a little bit blurry, and the image size is 1280 by 960. See? Image quality is high. Everything else here is pretty much exactly the same as the other clones. So then we come to video, and the video settings are just fine, that's it. You can change the encoder from MP4 to H.263, or MP4. So I've left it as MP4, but the video file that comes up is actually 3GP. Alright, so with all that said and done, let me splice in the photos and videos that I took with this thing, and we'll continue on.
And testing the video quality on the iPhone 2G clone, the one with the fingerprint. This is the second time I'm doing this video test because I had to take the glass off the camera lens because it made the image all iffy and stuff. So hopefully this clears it up. But there's our frogs, as per usual. Capture some nice scenery, as you can see. I think the frame rate's a little bit better on this one. The sun's in there somewhere. Panning along the brick wall for any details. It's also going to rain any minute now, so kind of got to be quick. There's Stuart just there. He's doing fine. Also, here's a bit of a throwback for anyone who remembers these. Wow. There you got the lemons in there. And then we come down to the bark, shut up birds. And then we have the bees in there. Actually, there's none in there, so it's okay. Okay, just doing a 2x zoom on the sky as well as the aircon that's just over there. Yeah, it's going to rain any minute now.
So as you've seen, the photos and videos, the photos are 1280 by 960, and the video at 176 by 144 at 12 frames a second is a considerable improvement from the previous ones. So you're doing something right, good old iPhone 2G clone. Nothing in ebook, unfortunately. In image, we can see all the images that I've taken on here, all the photos, so I'll just view it. And there you go, there's our frogs, and you can switch the orientation if you wanted to. Not that that makes a difference. Games, what have we got on here? Puzzle, that's it. Game audio is on. Puzzle, let's go. Is it Motor Laser? Of course it is. I can do this. I've trained my whole life to do this. I consider that close enough. 71 tries as well. It's good. Photo editor. Photo artist, okay. Memory card. Photos. Froggy. Auto resize and main LCD clip. Let's try the main LCD clip. Oh, okay, you can just crop it. Well, it's interesting to have, I guess. Image tile. 9 image tile. 1. 5. Select. And there you go, you can make it to look like the Brady Bunch, just there. You know the theme of the show when it shows the whole family in the 9 squares, and same thing. And slideshow is obviously going to be slideshow. Look at it go. Wow. Melody compose. Let's make another gorgeous soundtrack. Okay, so let's go ahead and do... we'll do a bit of piano. Let's hear the masterpiece. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I see what happened. So then you can change it to, like, let's do music box, for example. Okay, well, I'm not going to torture you with the sound effects from this, but I think you get the idea of what's going on. And finally, Bluetooth. Has it been paired with anything? Ooh, Shri, Sakin, I'm not too sure, and a Nokia 6300, which I mentioned in one of the other clone videos. And then going back to home, that's it. But I can't change the wallpaper. Here's the dialer, though, which... Okay. And we've got the shortcuts as well, so if you press that one, that one, that one, that one, or that one, they don't do anything. That's a bit strange. Why isn't it working? Yeah, I can't change the wallpaper on this one. I thought I could, but I can't. It's stuck at the robot that you're seeing on boot up, and the eye going on there. But it's nothing in here, phone setup or anything. I can't seem to change it. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, I'm not too sure. And also, just a comparison between the iPhone 3G and the 2G, you can see it's a bit of a chonky boy, but, you know, they tried. As you can see, same dock connected just there. You can really see how big it is, though. It's actually like the first gen iPod size, to be honest. But screen-wise, I'd say maybe a 3-inch? Maybe a 2.8-inch. I'll have to work it out during editing, I guess. There you go, this is the iPhone 2G clone with a built-in fingerprint scanner, which Apple did not introduce until 2013, so this was years ahead back in 2007, but as I've said, the fingerprint scanner is not really the best, but it works. Just has its downside that if it stops working and you rely on it to unlock the device, you have no way of getting back into it unless you factory reset it, which I don't know if there's a key combination or not, but you'd be pretty much stuck at this screen if that died. So that's why I deactivated it. But at least you've seen it working, so that's all good. Speaker-wise, not too bad. Screen-wise, not too bad. Viewing angles are pretty nice. Build is cheap and, you know, nasty. We do have a camera shutter button. We do have volume buttons. We're getting pretty close. We've got these unnecessary buttons here, but the fingerprint scanner is the definite standout feature on this unit, that's for sure. I'm not too sure what the light sensor is doing because it hasn't adjusted the brightness of the display or anything. We'll have a look at it during the teardown. But otherwise, for this one, for a 2007 iPhone 2G clone, not too bad. Doesn't look like the real thing, but at least it's got some good features going for it. And the operating system is the usual Java one, but it's not very close to looking like iPhone OS, unfortunately. So without further ado, I think it's time to tear this down and have a look to see what's inside of this. So we'll go ahead and power it off. Well, listening to that, I hope that made you feel better. Okay, it started to rain outside, so if you do hear some extra noise going on, that is why. So, I'll just grab my battery out, like so. Got the blue tack out in one piece, so that's good. And with this one, it's 6 screws, I believe. Yep, 6 screws holding it down, so we can grab them out. I will take my micro SD card out of here. See, the door just falls off. So we need that, that, and that. No, we don't need that. That's the one we need. So yeah, there's already one screw gone. Yeah, I must have done it. I don't remember taking it apart. When I done my video on my old channel of this, I actually done the next iPhone clone that I'm about to show you all in the next video. I done both of these in one video and it was 18 minutes long. It's no longer what SMOOREZ does. Okay, so lifting up the back of it reveals our motherboard. And we've got the vibration motor just in there, some little contacts for the antenna, and yeah, that's really it. That's what's going on. It's a little bit dirty because, as I said, obviously someone used it. But this is it. This is the guts, right here. Okay, and pulling the front frame off like so, reveals our earpiece, just like that, and the fingerprint scanner area, and the buttons. That's really all that's going on here. There's a fingerprint scanner just there. It'll probably work a little bit better now with it being exposed. The display has a code there. If anyone wants to look that up, I might look it up during editing, but there you go, just to see what resolution it is. But I have a feeling that the chips are going to be just straight under here. That's all I'll probably need to take off. Oh, okay. So the camera is a little nubbin like that. It does have some codes on it though. I'll look them up during editing and see what I come up with. But yeah, that's our little guy just there. Except I don't remember which way it goes in. Hopefully it doesn't matter. There's the dock connector, just there. Dual SIMs, the speakers. What about the light sensor on the front? There's the light sensor just there. There you go. Very interesting. I want to look at the hardware for this, but I don't know how to get it off. Okay, so you just unhook it off. And there we go, we've got another bit of shielding just there. This is just my theory anyways, that underneath this shielding is something to do with this. I may have to take it off for the name of science to see what's going on in this thing. The shielding actually just comes off like this. There's a little cover on top of it, but I can't see what chip there is there, and I don't really want to destroy it because I think this is the most precious iPhone clone I have, and I don't want to destroy it. So I'll just put that back on there, like so. So it just clicks in, and then we'll just go ahead and slot that back on like so, and there we go. Easy done. Obviously the main thing we want to do is take this piece off here to see the CPU and all that sort of stuff. So I'll just be ever so careful to get it off. Alright, we've got a bunch of chips going on here. We've got a MediaTek MT6226BA. Is that a slight upgrade or downgrade? I can't remember the ones I've had a look at previously. We've got another module just there. I'm going to have to look at it off camera. Okay, I'd say it'd be a flash module, but I'm going to have to Google that code because I don't want to rip the shielding, and I can just see the code ever so slightly just there. The code on the motherboard is B5109CMBP2.3. So that might come up with some Google results, who knows? That's pretty much it for this one, I think. But what I'll do now is I'll just Google the codes, and then we'll put it back together, show the specs, do a conclusion, and finish this off, and this is part 5. So let me go ahead and do all that, and we'll continue on. Alright, I've looked up all the codes that I could find on this, and I'll display them at the end. By going off the codes that I found on the unit, I actually can't find anything online that corresponds to this. Like the flash module, the screen, the motherboard, all that, nothing really comes up. So I'll splice them at the end for you all to see, and if you want to do some Google searching and all that sort of stuff and then let me know, that'd be great. But otherwise, let's go ahead and put this back together. Okay, now to see if it all works, I may as well just put the very swollen battery in here just to test it. Yep, all is good. Alrighty, so if you want to learn the specifications of the iPhone 2G clone with a fingerprint scanner on it, you might want to pause the video here. I'll display all of the codes that I can find, so if you want to Google them, please feel free and let me know down in the comments below, because honestly, my searches didn't turn up with anything at all. This spec sheet is merely just a guess, for the majority of it anyways. But otherwise, look, I've pretty much said everything that I need to say about this. For 2007, this isn't a bad clone. It's definitely got some highlights for it, like the fingerprint scanner, that sort of barely works. The dual speakers, the reasonable display on this, and the dock connector. That's pretty much what it's got going for it. This one is one of my prized ones in my collection, to be honest, because I just don't think I'll ever find another one like this, and I don't think many of you have probably seen one of these before, but here it is in all of its glory. So I hope you have enjoyed having a look around this iPhone 2G clone with me, and this will conclude part 5 of the iPhone clone month. So I hope you all thoroughly enjoyed this, and of course, let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this device. And up next, we've got our last 2G clone before we head into 3G and 3GS territory, so I hope you all are prepared for that. So thank you very much for watching, I really do appreciate it. As always, take care, be good people, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one, which will be very soon. I mean, the next one's the last iPhone 2G clone. It can't be that bad, right? Do you want to see it? Do you want to see a little bit of a teaser of it? Here you go. Ready, set. If you like this content, feel free to leave a like or a dislike if you didn't. Thanks heaps for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.